The visual search and clustering engine finds all things that match. You can now train on that. Typically, people are training on 8 to 15 different things in their environment. Now we can focus on fuel trucks and baggage carriers and things like that. But I trained this environment in 7 minutes. It's unheard of outside of our technology, our product. Now, what do you do when you have these things? We can create synthetic data. So now that we're extracting out real objects from your environment, so real planes, real fuel trucks, and we have the environments as well, we can recreate more and more data. We can take all your objects, place them on different backgrounds, and create more synthetic data so we can actually, with real objects, so it's not trying to create it from a mock-up, but it gives you infinitely more training data and it actually goes to the roof. So some of the ways we're doing it in the market, this is the 5th largest trucking company in the world. You've probably seen this problem. Like if you drive down the highway and you'll see on the service road, there's a long line of trucks. Have you ever seen that? What's happening is it's a terminal location and the trucks take too long to check in. So it's bad because they're burning fuel, so ESG is bad, but they're also, drivers are paid by the mile, not by the hour, so they're kind of mad. But what happens is it's taking about 5 to 7 minutes a truck to check them in. So with 2 cameras and 3 agents, we created this solution. First thing we did is created a smart zone. Think of it like an API for the physical world. So now we can program this area of the world. I'm programming it to understand when trucks come in. I want to not only get the cab and not only get the container, I want to get the numbers off the side so I can understand that this is a specific container, this is a specific truck. I also grab the logo, and then I compare that to the driver information, that's in an AS400 in this case, if all things match, we open the gate. We took a process that took 5 to 7 minutes and created those long lines down to 7 seconds. And so it virtually eliminates the line. And we turned the entire system into now data. So all the stuff you're seeing there is data created from the real world. And they have locations all over the world. They can access those from one spot with our software. Second thing, and by the way, this thing, after we created the first site, we were able to now deploy it on every other site in about 4 hours. So once we create the initial site, there's slight changes and things like that, depending on the environment, we're able to do the installs in 4 hours. Another one of our clients is a large steel company. So lots of problems with steel companies, but a couple things are, this one pays for the whole thing. Basically, when they send steel out, it has to be cut to an exact length. If it's too short or too long, they send it back, and it's a terrible, terrible process. So with an AI, we created a measurement tool that can measure those things and have accurate measurements every time, so there's no returns. The second thing is actually called a breast height monitor. So you have these large cauldrons of steel, right, molten steel. What happens is over time, the steel starts to cool on the bottom, and when they keep pouring the molten steel in, it spills out on the side and can injure people and even kill people. So when using a thermal camera, you can actually establish the shape of the cauldron. When it gets too high on the bottom, we can tell them to stop and clean the cauldron. And the last thing is just making sure people aren't in the wrong place at the wrong time. You'll see the thing here where it turns red, that means there's a person in there. So if someone's moving lots of pipes, don't drop it in there, there's people there. When the person leaves, it turns green. So now the operator knows, even if they can't see them, they know it's okay to put pipes in there. So all with physical AI, just connecting into their existing cameras and sensors, the AI can start to help people with very important things like this. This is kind of one of the things I'm most proud of. We're actually working with Microsoft. So Worlds AI, we've built agents and applications to reinvent health and safety. So health and safety for a while has been about classic computer vision, like this is a person, this is a forklift. That doesn't really help you. What if you could actually understand events in real time? So this is a forklift going through, an automated forklift going through a red spot on the floor. It's not supposed to do that, but understanding that as an event. So we can now track events and tag events as opposed to just tagging objects. And so there's going to be a real renaissance in HSE right now. We built this system. It's the 4th largest, or one of the largest engine manufacturers in the world. They put it in one spot. We deliver the real-time information from agents into Power BI. They have a real-time dashboard showing them in motion when things are happening, so they can make a difference as it happens. They're now going to roll out to 20 more sites. So, love that. Rolling it down, so this is just one of the quotes that they gave us. I think it's really great because we always think about AI taking jobs. In this case, they don't have enough people. And by the way, we're hearing that everywhere. We don't have enough people. So the goal is not to kill jobs with AI. It's about amplifying and accelerating what's possible with people by augmenting what they do with AI. And that's what we do. And so you can see they're thrilled with the idea that I think once you get over this evolution of trust, right? AI, people are a little, they're a little crazy on it for a while, but when they start to see the results over and over and over again, how it's really helping, that goes away, and they can start to even use the AI now to better their culture. So show you a quick peek. No one's seen this before, so I'll put it out to you first. We're about to release it next month. What if you could actually talk to the world around you and the world could talk back? We just created that. So we're collapsing large language models with physical AI and giving you the ability to now talk to the world, ask questions of the world, and have the world talk back to you. So I'm going to show you an example of that. I'm going to get down here so I can navigate the video. It's too long of a video, so I just chose 3 spots I'm going to show you. All right, let's see. All right, the first thing. There we go. So you can ask the system, what time did the construction, this is on the, this is actually at the Bourbon Street, and they were doing right before a Super Bowl, so we took that video. But basically, what time did the construction activity start? And it comes back and it tells you at 8:38 p.m. on the evening of the 12th. You say, okay, great. Well, next question. What was the total time the forklifts were unused? The system looks and says, calculating the gaps between timestamps shows approximately 2 hours and 30 minutes where the forklifts were not being used. So the third question I asked the system is how long did the metal framing pallets wait to be picked up once the strap was on the pallet? And the system came back and said the metal framing pallet waited approximately 1 hour and 7 minutes after the strap was applied. Imagine this, you had eyes everywhere. You could see and have a conversation with the world around you. And the last thing was really interesting is we have a report that there's been a missing child. She has dark hair and pigtails. And so the system starts to show you all the kids that have dark hair and pigtails going around. So you can start to see that what's happening here is this could just completely reinvent things like security and safety and situational awareness. I'm running out of time, so I'll just show you, I guess the last thing here is ROI. What's great with physical AI is it is in the physical world, so you can actually measure it. The ROI is tangible. You can make a difference in one site to show how much more productive you are, how much safer you are, how much more efficient you are. You can multiply that ROI by the number of sites you have, and it just goes exponential. So the last thing I'll leave you with here today is that the world that we're creating is a world where live spatial data is now the new raw material for improving the world. And so AI then becomes the engine for understanding and transforming the real world in motion. And I'll leave it at that, but thanks for your time today.
Dave Cox, everyone, thank you. Thank you.